The following program is intended for mature audiences.
A democratic republic of sports. The Sportsocracy with ESPN Asheville hosts Tank Spencer and Jeremy Greene.
I'm Tank Spencer, Jeremy Greene alongside in the Wicked Weed studio. WickedWeedBrewing.com. Drink different. The run-up to the NFL draft. Number 7 pick in the draft, belonging at the moment to the Detroit Lions. They are a prime trade down candidate in this draft. They can add whatever, whenever. They need it all.
They're in the catbird seat. They're the first team I could legitimately see moving down. I don't think the Falcons will move down unless they're blown away, and every team in the league knows they don't have to get that high. The Bengals nor the Dolphins are taking a quarterback. I don't think either one of those teams are trading down. So this is the first spot that we can see a trade down. And that's exactly what I think they do.
Okay.
In this draft, I think they add Jalen Waddle. I think they trade down to 9 with the Denver Broncos, still get the guy they want, the speedster receiver. I think that opens up a lot for T.J. Hawkinson. Yes, they need a receiver. I got a lot of Lions fans that said, they have Brashad Perriman and Quintez Cephas. Yep, that's my point. That's actually exactly what I meant by they need a receiver.
You're making my point for me.
Yeah, but as a Jets fan, that we have no receivers, and we looked at Brashad Perriman and went, we're good. We'll rock with Braxton Berrios. None of them are good.
Yeah, if you're going to get anything out of Jared Goff in this limited amount of time that you're going to have him, because I'm under the impression that they're going to have a quarterback next year after they wind up at the top of the draft. You need to give him some weapons to work with in this stopgap year. So the number 1 pick, wherever it lands, whether it be at 7 or whether they trade down, they need to go get a wide receiver with that pick.
And this is a guy that I'm very high on. I think the fact that he played through the injury in the national title game, it has screamed to a lot of evaluators, just like I told you on this channel that it would, which is why he's going to go in the top 10, and I think he would be a great piece to have. Let him come in for a year, get some experience, even if it's with Jared Goff, who's not good. Get that experience, and a year from now when you have Sam Howell or Keaton Slovis taking snaps for you, you've got a year-experienced wide receiver that they can throw to.
You got a fresh start in the in the front office of this team. You got Brad Holmes has taken over. Dan Campbell's now the head coach. Remember, he came out famously with the chewing on the kneecaps thing at his introductory press conference, and they need to do something at every level of this defense. It's not a good defense. In fact, I think they were last in the league. I think they gave up the most points last year in the NFL. So you got to do something. You want to start with corner?
Tay Gowan's a guy that I really like. I actually have them taking him in the 3rd round. Because I don't think you have to take him that high. I look at that would be at 72. I look at Aaron Glenn, who's come in to be the defense coordinator here, a guy that I think is I watched him for years with the Jets. He was a technician as a corner. He was very fast, but he was not very physically imposing. Tay Gowan is. Tay Gowan's 6'2". He has the ability to be a very good press corner if that's what they want him to be. He needs some experience playing against higher level competition. You're going to see a very big theme with the guys I have going to the Lions. They all need seasoning. You know what's really good when your team's probably going to be 2-15? Playing a lot of rookies, because they get a lot of experience out of their belt. And when you can be competitive with Brad Holmes, I think you will be in very short order, because he drafts very well. Very good scout, very smart guy. I think you're in good hands. This is going to be an ugly year. And I look at a guy like Tay Gowan and say, this is a guy that in Detroit, they can be patient with him. They signed Quentin Dunbar. They still have Jeff Okudah from last year. And I think Tay Gowan could ultimately be the other corner on the opposite side of Okudah for a long, long period of time.
Okay. How about a linebacker?
I haven't taken Jabril Cox. There's something about this fit that I can't get away from. It's because he's such a good coverage guy. And I look at the linebackers for the Lions, and I don't see one of those. I see a bunch of guys that they're fine. They're okay. And I think Jamie Collins would be a perfect mentor for this guy. Every bit of it makes sense to me. I really like Jabril Cox. He's very raw. There's a little bit of a maturity question. You know, there are some negatives. If you want to find negatives on Jabril Cox, you will. Here's the thing. He's the best coverage linebacker in this draft, and it's not even close. He's 1, 2, and 4. So if you want a guy that can cover and can line up against, Irv Smith, Robert Tonyan, and Cole Kmet, Jabril Cox is your guy. He would have been a safety 15 years ago. Now he's a linebacker, and I think he'll be a damn good one.
I'm surprised not to see a safety on the list here.
Jabril Cox is kind of that hybrid safety guy. The problem with the Lions is that, at least the way that a lot of these mock drafts came down, there are a shitload of safeties in this draft. I mean, I don't think I love Richie Grant. I love Andre Sisco. But I think there's guys later on in the draft. These are their primary needs. You have to add a receiver to have any shot of scoring points this year because you're very weak at receiver. You need a second corner. You need a young developmental corner because I don't think Quentin Dunbar is the long-term solution. Jalen Mayfield, a kid that I have them taking out of Michigan, I think he can play right tackle. Some people in the industry think he's a guard. I don't think he's shoehorned into that. I think he can be a tackle. Area scouts in Michigan, area scouts in Detroit. Michigan's real close. I think they've probably seen a lot of this kid. I think he's going to fall a little bit, and the Lions will be the team to pick him up. Jabril Cox is just such a good coverage player, and they're so bad at that. Plus, this is a tight end division. You need somebody that can guard, that can defend tight ends. And I can't emphasize this enough. Here's your solution at quarterback. Don't do it. You have Jared Goff. You're going to be bad for a year. Just be bad. Have the number 1 pick in next year's draft. You'll take Sam Howell, and a year from now, you'll remember I said that, and you'll thank me.
Absolutely. The Detroit Lions do have 2 picks in the 3rd round. They've got 7, 41, and then they got 72 and 101 in the 3rd round. So they're going to be able to add some guys that can build them toward the future. Don't be too good right now.
Building blocks.
Right.
Young, developmental guys. That's what you're after.
Right. We'll see how it unfolds. April 29th, the first round of the NFL Draft. We will be live here in the Wicked Weed studio giving you our instant analysis and our takes for all 3 days of the NFL Draft here in the Wicked Weed studio. Be sure to subscribe to the channel here so you know every time that we go live or put out new content in the Wicked Weed studio. WickedWeedBrewing.com. Drink different.